All right, this is part 2 of my PS4 garbage deal. So we're going to jailbreak this thing. This is not a tutorial video, more of a let's see how this works video for me. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a Luckfox dongle and stick it in the... I'm eventually going to put it inside in here, but I'm going to make one that's external for now, make sure everything works before I put it in. And then this is basically what's going to happen is I'm going to make a USB drive, copy the files. We're going to stick it on the PS4 here, and then we're going to adjust some network settings and send this payload via the network. So let's go make us a dongle. This is the device I'm going to be using for my internal mod. It's a Luckfox Pico Mini, and it's basically, you can see at the bottom we've got the TX, TN, RXP, RXN. So the transmit positive negative and the receive positive negative. So I built a little pigtail here so that I can wire this just like this onto here and plug it directly into the back on the Ethernet port of the PlayStation, so I can test it out and do any modifications I need before I hardwire it in. So let's go ahead and do that. And here is the soldered on version. The TX and the RX being the green and the orange, the striped on the plus, the solid on the negative, as seen by this infographic here. And it should be flashed, and we'll stick it in and give it a shot. Okay, I have a dongle made. Let's turn this on and configure our network. While that's turning on, I have two things here. I have one USB-C cable to power said dongle, and I'll go eject this because I forgot to eject it, but my gold hen exploit, which I should only need once, and it's going to go in this other port. Lift that little lip up. Wait for the screen to come to life. Let's stick this in here. There we go. Look at that. Awesome sauce. Well, I kind of expected something on the screen to show up by now. Still worrying and thinking, let's pop this disc out. Oh look, something on the screen. Cool. Okay. Much waiting. Much waiting. Alright. PS4 was not turned off properly. I'm pressing the PS button. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Health and safety. Yep. Still user 1. Alright. We're gonna go find settings somewhere. That's what happens when you've never used a PS4 before, is you don't know where the settings are. Plus, notifications, friends, events, messages. Settings! Alright. Network. And we're going to set up internet connection. We're going to use LAN cable, custom. It wants me to do PPOE. This does not matter what I put in here, apparently. So we're just going to do G and G. Automatic DNS. Automatic MTU. Do not use proxy. Updated. All right. So let's do this. Let's get this going. Cool. Flashy red light. And then we're supposed to test our internet connection at this point. And it's supposed to run the jailbreak, but apparently it could take up to a minute or two. That's not correct. That's right. Apparently it can take a few attempts too. So come on, custom PPOE. Next. Automatic. Do not use. Let's test this again. Now it's very possible my dongle here is utter crap too. Or not done properly. Failed again. Cool. Let's try this one more time. Come on. Sweet. No work. All right. I'm going to try this again somehow. Do some more checking. Okay, we're going to try booting this with my Luckfox, and it should boot up and sit and try to do this exploit. So we're going to boot this up and watch. So it should say LAN cable not connected, and then sit and try to connect to the network over and over again a few times. And then when it's successful, it should say Luckfox and then Gold Hen up in the corner. Or it's just do nothing. Maybe the network didn't save last time. It totally looks like it didn't. Cool. Oh, cannot connect to network. We'll go back. Maybe? All right, so reading over this Luckfox, and apparently I've got this web version of the software, and I need to set the PPOE password to PPP to get this to work. So let's go try that. Hence why it said username and password were bad. See if this. Oh, hey, successful. Much good. Yay. So that's progress. Awesome. So it looks like my little device is doing something. I don't know if the internet connection will actually pass because it doesn't really have an internet connection. It's just to that device. Cannot connect to the server. Cool. It's okay. All right, that's set up. There's my browser. Yeah, okay. All right, and let's find the address. 172.32. 0.93. Oh snap! Look at that. Okay, we can run the PPP pwn. Okay, and we're getting that connect to network. That's I was kind of expecting. Apparently, this could take a few tries. We're going to go in this config while we're waiting. Maybe it won't work because it's now doing the jailbreak. But in the config is where I can set it to automatically run next time. But we'll let this keep going for a minute to see if we get the cannot connect to network. Yep. Like I said, this apparently can take up to 5 minutes to do. So we're just going to keep letting it go for a minute and see if we can get this to run the exploit. I'm not entirely sure why it shut off. Huh. Huh. Well, that's interesting. At least it's coming back to life. All right, LAN cable not connected. Apparently that's common. Yep, important health and safety. So this is not set up to auto run on boot. It's a history button. Options. Where's my options button? Options. Can't connect to network. I mean, maybe it will. One 172 dot 32 0.93. All right. So after lots of waiting and rebooting and wondering what the heck's going on, I reflashed this whole thing back to its original state, and I've gone through the PPOE thing back to this web browser here. This time, I'm going to actually go into like the config, and I'm going to select auto run at startup, and this right here, which firmware? 11. I don't have 11. I have 9. So we're going to choose the right one. Yay. I don't know why it would shut down after jailbreak, but okay. Firmware 9. Auto run at startup. Let's update this. Okay, it's updated. Let's go back. Oh, shut back. No, no, no. Okay, back. Checking this out. 9 payloads. I don't know what any of these are yet. But our config should say 9. Cool. Let's go ahead and run this. Run. All right. Run it with the, correct thing this time. Can't connect to network. This is kind of what I'm expecting at this point. I think last time when it shut down, the payload ran successfully, and it was the wrong version, and it just clunk. Down she went. So we'll just give it a second here. Let this do its thing. But this is why I soldered a temporary Ethernet port on it, so I could easily pull it in and out and reflash if I need to, instead of pulling the PlayStation apart. All right, come on, we can do it. Connect to network. All right, let's go all the way back. That? Okay, yeah. Oh snap! PP pwned. Payload transferred to the hard drive. Awesome. Well, we got success. All right, now I got to figure out what the heck I'm doing now. I haven't gotten this far yet. So it looks like if we go to settings, there's a gold hen setting now. Debug sheet, plugins, game overlay servers. Keeps gold hen alive after suspend. Cool. Nice. Okay, cool. It's currently jailbroken. I'm going to go do here's what menu here. It's the same menu. Okay. I'm going to go away for a minute and see what fun things I can do with this. Now that we've got it jailbroken, let's go ahead and see how easy this is to install something. I've just chucked a USB drive in the PS4 here, and we come up to gold hen. I don't know why it's in debug settings, but there's the package installer, and it's going to the USB. As per usual, we gotta try Quake. We always gotta try Quake. Quake on everything, right? It's like playing Doom on a toaster. It's more like a hot plate than a toaster, but I went back all the way out. Bam. Quake. And just like that, we have a game installed on here. Click, click, click. Come on, go faster. Nice. Single player, new game, Quake. Let's do this. It's even got the 9-inch nails. Man, I hate playing with joystick. I played this a lot growing up. A lot. Anyway, runs solid. I mean, it should. It's like 30-year-old game. But that's it. That's how easy that was. So let's go ahead and close this. If I push the right button. Okay, we'll close the application. And there it is. All right, the next step we're going to do is going to actually put this inside the PS4 so it's not dangling all over with external power and cables and stuff. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, this shouldn't be too bad to get apart. Apparently, it just pops off. Just pops off. Oh, there we go. All right. What do we got? Screw. I think we only need... No, we got to take... this one, maybe that one. And it looks like a little Torx bit on there. T6, probably a T9. 15, 8. Oh, it's an 8. There's my 9. No, it's a 9. Damn, that's right. And then there are 2 more torques right here. Let's just try those. How do you come off? Oops. Well, now we have oh. Well, this is the power supply. It's nice and warm from earlier. Maybe I'm going about this the wrong way. No? No. All right. I'm totally not doing it right. I was on the wrong side. So this is now the bottom side. I put the top back together. I'm going to take the bottom off, not the top. And there's a screw here right next to the LAN port. And it's a security T9 bit. So it's got a little pin in it. It'd be super hard to see, but there's a little pin in the center of that bolt. My iFixit kit came with a security bit, so I made short work of that. But just to be aware, that is part of that. Okay. Let's see, front back. Okay, so we do have to access this area here. So I do have to take this plate off. I'll have to undo this Wi-Fi, either Wi-Fi or Bluetooth here. What is that? Oh, it looks like an antenna of some sort, but see if I had to take this whole gargantuan plate off, or if I could just get to it. But I got to basically get to this side of the Ethernet port so that I can run wires directly to this, to my new Luckfox, and then reroute them somewhere so I can put a bit like up here or something and attach power and go from there. All right, so we'll get going. It is a bunch of Phillips head screws. Don't think I need to do that one. Maybe I do. Cage. Oh well. Here we go. Screws galore. Well, I'm going to assume anything with an arrow on it is needing to come out. Black ones. It's gonna be fun to remember these. Good thing I got a video, huh? I can go back and see which one went where. Arrows all over. Okay. We're going to make very well sure this works before I put it all back together, because that'll be fun. Yep, all these screws along here. That's what they make up for ease getting the back cover off. They compensate here with screws. There's one here. All sorts of fines. That. Okay, I did have to flip it over and take out those two long screws that attach it here and here, but then otherwise this should come out. So I need to remove some ribbon cables. Let's see, not that one. These two. This one's got a flip on it. There we go. Okay, off we go. Now we're going to solder wires here to the pad for the Ethernet port to inject it in. And then we'll come up here to the USB port and take our power from there. And we'll get this under the microscope and start soldering. Okay, most of this is done in the microscope, but there's the solder joint for the Ethernet port. Just some Kapton tape holding my wires down. And then my positive negative with the USB port. And then I've wrapped this up real good. Kind of put it in this little cubby over here. I'll make sure that's down underneath here. And that is a permanent install. I am going to put this back together and test it. I'm going to just do minimal work back together and test it before I screw all those screws back in to make sure it works. And if it works, I'll button it all up, call it a win. Got it minimally put back together. Oh, beep is good. Light. Huh. I put it in the wrong monitor. 1 second. All right. Plugged into the right one this time. Spinning. Out of range, which I found is common when I'm booting this thing up. Still spinning, still doing something. Well, I will have to figure out what's going on. I will come back. If I had left it alone, cannot access system storage because it's right here. So I'm going to put this back in and we'll try it again. Pop the hard drive in. Turns blue. Got a PlayStation logo. You know, it works when you have the OS drive in there. All right. Now, what we should see is that network disconnected up in the top left every so often if this mod is running. We'll have to give it a second to do something. It's not exactly fast, but it does function. Okay, what I had to do is I had to go back into the network settings and reset up the PPOE. And then I started getting the could not connect to network messages. I did get it successful, so it was connecting to the device. All my things have locks on them. I'm assuming it's because it's not been jailbroken yet. There's another cannot connect to network. So really at this point, oh, there we go. So we got our PPP owned and our gold hen loaded, and our stuff no longer has locks on it. So let's just go ahead and launch Quake and 42. That's interesting. Whatever. Okay, well, it works. All right. Successfully tested our install. It is working. Let's go ahead and put it all back together. All right, she's all back together. Let's just make sure it works before I get too carried away. I did find one wire that ran across the screw hole, and I've omitted it. So in the end, I had one spare screw, but that was the wire that ran over the screw hole that I omitted on purpose. Line cable not connected. Awesome. Look, it's going right away. Where'd my controller go? It's right here. Cool. Anyway, that's it. That's my adventure into modding my first PS4. Anyway, thanks for watching.